Slough Baptist Church first did an Easter presentation in 1995. It came off the back of our centenary, which was in 1994, when we put on a presentation for local schools. And off the back of that, we thought, the Senior Minister, Jem Sewell, and I, we won't be here for the bicentenary, what can we do? And Easter 1995 was born. And some local schools came in and we did a 90-minute presentation with the twin aim of giving them a positive experience of being in a local church and teaching them something about Easter. That went well, and then they came back at Christmas, and every year since then, so this is our 15th year of doing the Easter presentation, we've had local schools. As a local church, we set aside a week, and usually we'd have maybe 500 pupils from 10 schools, and that's how it first started. But now, just in this area of Slough, there are 2 other churches, which means probably double the number of schools are catered for, and maybe 1,000, 1,100 pupils. And this current year, both Christmas and Easter, from the areas that I know that are doing something, I would estimate about 30 locations, approximately 200 schools, and roughly between 10 and 11,000 pupils will be going into a church for one of these seasonal presentations, whether it's called Why Easter, or Christmas Cracked, or Easter Unwrapped. Different areas call it different things, but at the heart of it, it's the same message, the Christmas story or the Easter story being communicated in a fun and relevant way for hundreds, actually thousands of children. Reverend Jem Sewell and myself put the initial programme and package together way back in 1995, and since then it's been developed and changed and other people have been involved. So this year there's actually 4 of us, Andy Perriman, our Associate Minister, and Sarah Smart, who was a youth worker here and is now a member of the church. So the 4 of us, with the backing and the support of the church, have made it happen, with others being involved in a background role, so that it's not just one person or it's not just one minister, it's a team effort. We very much see this as a church ministry for the whole church, who pray for it, who are involved in it, who support it and encourage it, and I am but one part of a bigger picture. Personally, for me, as a Scripture Union schools worker, seeing the youngsters in secondary schools, they will still come up to me today, 5, 6, 8, 10 years later, making reference either to the rap or the baptism or the word search or the mince pie making that we do at Christmas. And at my heart, I think, is to see this develop and grow in other locations. To date, the ones I'm aware of, there are about 30 locations, from Altrincham to Woodley, or from Gravesend to Glasgow, that are doing something similar. Some do it in a week, some spread it over 2 weeks, some do it on one day or one morning for one local school. It's doable, it's accessible, it's not reinventing the wheel, and whether it's on the Slough Baptist Church website or the Scripture Union seasonal website, all the information, resources and ideas are there. And if anyone was interested and wanted to come along, then feel free to email or call the church, and we'll be very happy to arrange a time, either at Christmas or at Easter, if you're local, or to suggest another area that does something similar. For me, it's about making connections with the local schools. The schools are open, they're happy to come, it ticks the right boxes as far as RE curriculum is concerned, and we just love doing it. They come back, the comments, the feedback, and if I can end with one story, a 17-year-old lad from one of the schools came up to me when I was in his school and just totally out of the blue just said the thing he remembered most was the story from the Bible about Easter. And that was brilliant. He'd come here 6 years previous and he could remember in a positive light his experience of his visit to the church. And there are many more stories like that. Thanks for taking the time to listen.